I want to liberate and inspire people from all walks of life to create and commercialize new ideas. Craig Elias, I think, people go, he's a sales guy, which I admit. I have been in sales for a million years. I even did an executive MBA to get away from being labeled as a salesperson, and it didn't matter because people just go, that personality, you're a sales guy. So who am I? I am the entrepreneur in residence at Bow Valley College. Students come to say, hey, I've got this crazy idea. What do I do first? And for me, one of the things I suggest is start networking. The data actually suggests the bigger your network, the more likely you are to be successful as an entrepreneur. So one of my first things with students is if they come to see me, I teach them two things. One, how do you learn how to send a calendar request? Because if something's not in my calendar, odds are I'm going to double book or forget, because I see a ton of students and people every day. The second thing I teach them is get on LinkedIn, because when people go to look for you online, you want to make sure they find you on LinkedIn and not somebody who might be a nefarious character who's somewhere else. Like in my case, the way that I kind of fell into being this entrepreneurship mentor is that before I moved to California, I took this program put on by Myers Norris Penny, an accounting firm here in the province. They run a program called Self-Employment Learning, which teaches you how to actually start a business. So I became a poster child for them, and then I started teaching at their program, and one person in that program told me what my impact was on them, which to inspire them to commercialize ideas. So about that time, I read a book called Good to Great by a guy named Jim Collins. And chapter 5 of Good to Great is called a hedgehog concept. What are you passionate about? What are you gifted at? And how can you make money? And I'm like, hang on a second. Maybe between those things, there's this piece in the middle, sometimes called a big, hairy, audacious goal. So I put that down and said, what do I want to do? I want to liberate and inspire people from all walks of life to create and commercialize new ideas. So tell me I can't, show you I can. This actually comes from when I was younger. One day my brother, who was 2 years younger than me, decided he would challenge me to run the Toronto Marathon. And he did this 10 days before the race. I remember having dinner with my stepmom that Sunday, telling her I was going to go do this marathon. And she said, you shouldn't do the marathon because there's no way you will finish. So what happened? I finished the marathon, ended up beating my brother by 25 minutes. And that was actually the point where I'm like, wow, I pretty much just made a mockery of what's supposed to be one of the hardest things to do in life. And I had this crazy idea for this 5-day event called an Innovation Rodeo, and to hold it during the Calgary Stampede. And David Allwright, the dean of the business school, said to me, that'll never work because you're going to need money. Now, go prove me wrong. It took me less than a week to get my first donor, and 3 weeks later, we had our first Innovation Rodeo. I think we just finished number 7. We've been going ever since. So what is my vision? So I think my vision is really around, I'm going to call it mentorship. So for me, the future is not just having young people go to older people to go get mentored, but how do they get mentored by their peers, not just people that are twice their age. Here's my orange shirt story, and I've told this story a few times. No, I don't sell them, but I buy them in bunches. So I actually have 10, I had 11 of this exact shirt, because I want to wear the same shirt all the time, kind of like Steve Jobs. I wake up in the morning, what is it? Blue pants, orange shirt. Don't go anywhere, because I'm going to go show you what those shirts look like. Hold on. So you might think that this shirt is bright. This is the shirt that I went and bought 3 of. I found the right size. I'm like, this is the shirt. I then decided I'm going to go buy 10 more. So yeah, it's now been my thing. I have 51 different orange shirts. So they come in all kinds of shapes, sizes, flavors, and colors. And people all over the place know me as the orange shirt guy.